All right, well, welcome to Voice Podcast. Today we have a very special guest as filling in for one of the hosts. Leighton is over here. Leighton is our producer that works behind the scenes every day on Voice Podcast. So we want to thank Leighton for coming on. Welcome, Leighton.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. We have a sick host today, so I'm stepping behind the mic and the camera just to kind of give a different perspective. So we have a guest producer. And it's fun. Thanks for having me behind today. It should be fun to kind of see
Absolutely.
So what do we got going on today?
So today we have Gil, all the way from El Salvador, and Gil is one of our exchange students that is a busy guy, and he's going to tell us a lot about what it's like to be an exchange student, come to Canada, and live in Kingston, and have that sort of exchange student lifestyle.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to have him on. Give us a lot of perspective on sort of what that's like to come over to a different country. So I'm excited to get to it. So you can listen to us on any podcast platform that there is, on SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, you name it. You can call us at our extension 1677. If you have any ideas that you want to have on the show, if you want to call in, if you want to come on, we're more than welcome. We're more than happy to have you come on. So give us a call, and we'll be happy to talk to you. So welcome to the show.
Let's get into it.
Cool. All right. Welcome to Voice Podcast once again. And so we have a reoccurring guest with us today. Gil is here with us.
I'm here to bother you guys again.
Gil, why don't you introduce to the people that didn't listen to the last episode that you're on? Introduce yourself and what you do at the school.
Well, my name is, everybody calls me Gil, but actually my actual name is Gilberto Joma. I am from El Salvador, as in Central America, and I am here an international student. And I don't know, I like to think that I've been pretty involved in the school. Mm-hmm. And I know people usually ask me a lot of questions regarding my experience here as an international student. And I'm always happy to share my thoughts, share my experience, and if this podcast can help any international student, with any doubts and anything, I'm happy to help.
Awesome. That's great.
Wonderful.
Hopefully you have a great message to spread.
Yeah, sure.
So let's get right into it. You came as an international student from El Salvador, you said?
Yeah.
How long ago? How long have you been at
I
SLC
was
now for?
a main intake student in 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going into your fifth semester now?
This is my this will be my last semester, but I took the decision of staying here 1 year. I'm in energy system engineering technician, but I decided to take the technologist. Yeah. So I think after this podcast, I'm just gonna go to the School of Engineering to ask them to take me here for one more year. Yeah.
There you go.
So what made you want to come here specifically?
First, my background. I am a mechanical engineer already.
Right.
I took my degree back in my country, and I worked for a year and a half as a project manager for the U.S. government, doing some solar programs in my country. So, and that's I mentioned that because that's pretty much the reason why I came to St. Andrews College. I was looking for a program because I am pretty good when it comes to theoretical stuff, designing math stuff, but I learned from the field that I like the hands-on experience. Mm-hmm. And I read about a lot of places that I wanted to go. I had the opportunity to go either here or Germany. I always choose Canada because one of my dreams was because I'm from a small country. Okay. Living in El Salvador is like living in a small town, but it's a country. I love it. I love it with all my heart.
How many people live in El Salvador?
5 million people. 5 million
That's
people.
it. So about the population in Toronto.
You can cross it in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Then again, that's beautiful because I can enjoy a beach. I can enjoy lake and mountains in a day. You can have everything in a day. Awesome. It's beautiful. I mean, I love it. But
per capita, it must be pretty
small. Yeah, it's like
a lot of people, a lot of traffic.
Yeah, you have to be very careful what you do there because if you do something, everybody knows. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty much like Kingston. That's why it's like but it's like there's people that love that over there and they want to be there. For me, I always felt like the world was bigger and I want to meet people from all over the world. Mm-hmm. So I had that thing in my brain since I was little.
And a lot of your friends and family, do they tend to stay in El Salvador?
They know. All my brothers are studying. My sister just recently got her medical degree acknowledged in the United States. So she's a pediatrician back in the States. Pediatrician, yeah.
Oh, good for her.
And what else? My brother, basically all my brothers are doing the same. Follow her. I'm the only engineer. I am the weird in the family. So so I came here, and the reason why I came here is two things. First of all, my dream was getting to know the world, like setting myself in a place where the multicultural aspect of Canada really was the selling point for me, because I am a person who wants to know everything. I crave different. I crave that. So
makes you happy.
Yeah, it makes me happy. Yeah. It's just being surrounded for so many different people makes me happy.
Yeah.
So that's why I was here. Why St. Lawrence? Because the program that I choose, I realized that was pretty much what I was doing there, but from a technical perspective. So it was the perfect complement for my degree.
That's awesome. So you had probably never heard of SLC or Kingston before.
No. That's when it comes, the agents come from. The agents are the people that work in international office, and they go around the world telling people, hey, SLC is here. This is the programs that we found that we offer, and Kingston is awesome. They're pretty much the one that are selling Kingston and SLC to all the international students, and they did a pretty good job with me because I choose here.
Yeah. So Gil, walk us through the steps of applying to this program and how. Just you're from square one to square Z, how you got to come to SLC and what it looked like to the day you moved in your first day classes.
One of the beautiful things about using an agent to help you come into SLC is they pretty much do everything for you. It's once you have interest and you want to apply, they really help you step by step how to do it. It's not that difficult. Honestly, I took the decision to come here to Canada one day. The next day I contacted an agent, and then I was on my way to being here. I mean,
so there wasn't a huge process of paperwork or anything?
At least in my country, it wasn't. I mean, they did ask you for, St. Lawrence College does have requirements, but they give that list to the agents, and the agents pretty much, okay, bring me these documents, and I will help you.
Wow.
And they help you, and they don't charge anything because, so, honestly, coming here is not difficult. If you really want, you have the intention, you have the the hunger for knowing stuff, and you have that adventurous, personality. It only takes a decision to come here. Yeah. It just needs to not jump.
You'd have that urge to go.
Yeah, that hunger for more, that hunger for get out. Yeah.
So coming here, was it the easiest selecting St. Lawrence from a list? Because I know on the Ontario Ministry of Colleges to apply here, if you're a domestic student, you pay your domestic fee. I know it's more expensive for international students to come, but you simply select St. Lawrence from a drop down list. Is it easy as that, or what? Why? And just walk us through how that kind of looks like.
Or was it really just a coincidence?
No. They do. Obviously, when you contact an agent over there, they have only the list of the schools they are working with. St. Lawrence College was one of them. Okay. I did have other options, for example, in London and other ones. But as I told you guys, my selling point for here, was also my my program. I'm a person that knows what he wants, so it wasn't that much of a brainer for me. But also Kingston, Kingston is beautiful. You have everything. You have the lake. You have this beautiful, historical town. You have a lot of cool things here, and it's in the middle of everything. As somebody that's new here, I know that if I was going to Toronto, I was going to spend my entire time in Toronto. Yeah. Or in Ottawa, I'm going to spend my entire time in Ottawa. Being here allows me to pretty much explore a large part of Ontario. As an international student coming here and a city that is in the middle of everything, it puts you in a pretty easy position to,
you can go down to Toronto, you can go down to Ottawa, you can go down to Montreal.
And Kingston is a small city, so for somebody that is new here, I don't have family here or anything. It was like a really good starting point. It's not like they drop you. I'm gonna be new here, knowing anybody. Coming from my country, anything. My first time here in Canada, I'm not gonna be dropped off in the middle of Toronto's downtown. That thought, I can assume that it's gonna be pretty scary for a lot of international students. So being in a small town where everybody knows each other, they have this pretty small town mentality. I know this is a city. I'm a small city. Mentality. Let me rephrase it. Kingston has the best of both worlds. Have that small town vibe, but at the same time, you can find fun stuff to do.
Yeah,
you know?
and so many different communities in
Yeah.
Kingston that
Yeah.
you can be attached to.
Yeah, of course. And I know. Then again, for me, it was a leap of faith. I never been either. If Kingston looked pretty good on paper, was my first time here in Canada. I mean, I tell everybody, I and as a as a kid, I got to travel, but always to a place where I have family there. So was always somebody waiting for me there to take me in the comfortable car to my aunt's or my friend's house.
Right.
And this was the first time not the first time, but it was one of those times that nobody's waiting for you in the airport.
Right.
And you're not just gonna be there for like a week. You're there for
Years,
for a lot of time.
And did you thrive off that, or was that a bit of a struggle when you first came here?
The problem is when people ask me that, I tell them I don't know if I'm the best example to explain that, because I wanted to study abroad so bad that it was actually my dream. So even if it was hard, I didn't mind it. I mean,
Right.
that's what I'm going to. It's like, if you come here with the right mindset, even if there's gonna be struggles, because there is gonna be struggles. I mean, we are not dealing only with the fact that we are college students. That I don't know that per se is pretty stressful. We're also immigrants, so it's like more stress in top of that.
Yeah.
But if you really want it, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I had to adapt. I have to, struggle. I have, difficulties, when it comes to starting a new life here, getting to know where I'm going to buy my groceries, where I'm going to wash my clothes, where I'm going to buy my stuff, when I'm going to do everything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, okay, I need to do good on my assignments, need to study, I need to find work. It's a lot of stuff. But if you come here with the mindset, okay, I'm going to be here, and I need to start building something for myself here because I'm planning to stay here, then everything makes sense. Everything, if you take the bad as something that you need to do, and you come with that mentality instead of hating the world. Oh my God, I hate this. I mean, it's so cold here. I don't have anybody here. I don't have my mom here. I don't have my car here. I mean, if you come here, you know that you're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
And you know that. You're
gonna lose your privileges.
That comes, and that goes also for anybody that wants to study abroad that probably is listening to us. You're gonna struggle with that, and that's a fact.
Right.
But the problem is, like, nothing good happens in your comfort zone. So it's like, if you have that mentality, it's like, bro, if I was the lazy comfort zone, because probably I was being in El Salvador watching Netflix right now, after my 8 to 5 job, after that horrible traffic, just arriving, grabbing a beer and just like watching Netflix. But now I'm here living my dream, meeting amazing people every day.
That's the life that certain people want to live, like, hey, that's their priority. But like you have different aspirations, you have different dreams, and your dream was to go.
Yeah, I mean, for example, right now I'm a student again. I'm having a part-time job in the international office that I love with all my heart, but it's not on my field, and it was not like what I was doing back home. People, you have people in charge and everything. It's a big change, but honestly, I don't care. I mean, it's like, I want this, so I'm here, and I'm happy.
Right. And there must be, so that's definitely like an amazing mindset to have, sort of when coming into this. There must be times though where you do have a different mindset, where you're like, you must have those times like when you do want to go back to El Salvador, but what kind of keeps you what keeps you reminded of?
Yeah, did you go back home over the?
Oh yeah, I went. Then again, I'm pretty blessed. My country is just like 6 hours from here, and sometimes you get like really cheap flights.
Right.
Then again, I did a promise to myself when I came here, and I'm not gonna go back to El Salvador until I have something here in Canada that I miss.
Right.
Because my worst fear coming here wasn't, I'm going to be alone, or I'm going to be struggling. It was like, I don't want to get homesick.
Right.
I don't want to throw all the work that my family is doing to help me being here.
Right.
Just because I got homesick, and I want to go back, and I was starting to throw a tantrum, and I want to go back. No. So I told me I'm not going back until I get to a point that when I'm there visiting my parents, I miss being here.
Right.
That's a great mindset to have.
Yeah.
How long was it till you went back
A
home?
year.
Wow.
A year. My first time, a year. Then again, I know people that have been here like for 2 years. One of my best friends still haven't went back home since he came here. And yeah, because for him it's pretty difficult. He lives in the other side of the world, right? So it's difficult for him. But that's important. One of the things that I tell people when they come here, the international students, I have the privilege to talk to them when they come here. And when I have the opportunity to talk to somebody, it's like, you know what? And they ask me, what's one of the most important advices that you can give me? And it's like, your worst enemy is shyness when you go to a new country.
Yeah.
Because the thing that kept me level-headed, kept me happy, is the people that I met here, my friends. And that's really important. It's the first thing, and that's the only thing that, and one of the things that I really wanted to express here in this podcast to somebody that listens to us and is an international student or is planning to be an international student, in another country. It's like, if you go there to a new country and then you cannot be shy. You cannot go to your room and spend all your free time in your room watching Netflix. You can't, because you need to build something for you here.
You might meet your best friend, or you might meet the love of your life, or
something.
That's
true.
Something
and it's like, you coming here, you're leaving everything that you know to come here to study. And sometimes even if you have privilege, you have, the support of your family financially or whatever, but you're still leaving everything behind. You're still leaving your friends, your family, and you're starting from scratch here.
Yeah.
And that's the point. You're from scratch. Yeah. So if you take the mindset of whatever, I don't want to do anything, I just want to play video games, so you're going to get depressed. You're going to know nothing. You're going to spend your time in a room. That's why I tell people, get involved, do volunteer work, do everything. Do everything, because you cannot, I don't want to waste my free time, doing stuff that won't let me grow here, because back home I have my entire life to build something there. That's what I was, sometimes lazy or whatever.
Right.
But here is, I start from, so I need to, build. That's what I say. I need to build. I need to build relationships. I need to build, friendships. I need to build, my job, my skills, whatever,
right.
Because I need to do something here. I cannot stay still.
Yep.
That's pretty much one of the reasons why I'm pretty much everywhere.
It's a great message. And we know that you're an involved student. What are some of the things that you're involved with? We know that you're on the board of directors.
Yeah, I'm in the board of directors. I was with the guys talking outside.
Yeah, we spoke to your counterparts on a previous episode.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome people. So
did you make it a goal to get involved as soon as you got here? Or
my plan was get involved in everything that I can. Yeah. My first connection was the international student. I talked to Irene. She was the one in charge of the.
Sorry, who's Irene?
Irene right now she's not longer in the international office. She's working here. She was my connection point here, and she helped me when she realized my background. She offered me a job in the international office, and since then I started to knowing people. And thank God the international office gave me the opportunity to meet one of the most amazing people that I met here since I came here. I've been involved. My group of friends is pretty diverse, and I take a lot of pride on that, because that's pretty much my dream. I learned so much about pretty much all the cultures that of the people that comes here from SLC, right. And most importantly, I've tried the most amazing food in the world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think all my friends really are pretty good cooks, and they always really cook really good for me. I hope someday I can actually pay back cooking something for it, because right now I can't. Yeah. I can't. But I'm learning. For sure. So yeah, then one of my friends told me, hey, why don't try the board of directors, right? And at the beginning I was pretty resilient, because then again, everything that I done to you, I done here, is me getting out of my comfort zone. That's something that people never believe about me, is a pretty shy guy. For me, everything that it seems like extrovert or whatever, is just me trying to push myself from my comfort zone. So seeing my face in banners in the school, when I was running for it, it was cringy for me. It was kind of, for me at the beginning. It was seeing myself everywhere. It's and you putting tabletop stuff with my face in the tables. I mean, it was really me getting out of my comfort
So it's
zone.
interesting
Yeah.
you say that it's cringy. Some
Yeah.
people, most people would have maybe a sense of pride.
Yeah.
Maybe your family was proud of you.
No,
too,
of course.
because,
I mean,
yeah.
no. So when I say cringe, I
It's
don't mean
interesting
for me. It's like I'm proud what I did.
Yep.
I love what I did, and I'm gonna do it again. By the way, I'm running again for board of director for this year.
Amazing.
So so I'm gonna do it again. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. Saying for me, in a mindset of, and I know a lot of people that will find it will seem pretty like relatable to them.
Mhm.
But I'm saying is I did it even if it was that for me.
Right.
So and I don't regret it, and I will do it again. And I will do it again because I know that the experience that I had, because getting out of my comfort zone was so amazing. I met all the amazing people that come for the board of
Right.
directors. I know how hard they work for the students, and I know that every single person here in the SA, I mean, have the best intentions for the students. I learned that here, and I'm pretty happy about it. But when I say that, it's like it took for me, like I say, like it was getting out of the comfort zone. I don't know how to explain.
Well, I think there's something in what you just said of sort of, you saw yourself in those posters and you
Yeah.
saw yourself running this campaign and you cringed,
Yeah,
but yet you love your job so much that
Yeah.
you're willing to go through that again
Yeah.
and run again,
And-
which I think speaks to the fact of stepping outside your comfort zone.
yeah,
It means going through cringy moments, going through
Yeah.
uncomfortable situations,
Yeah.
and you're embracing that, which I think is a huge
and honestly,
thing.
I think it's the mindset that you have to have. You need to have if you are doing this. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're gonna jump into, I don't know. It's like, for me, it was like a 360. No, sorry, like a 180.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's not
Yeah.
right. They're right. It was like a 180 change of attitude for me. Because I tell people, if you guys knew me back home, you guys realize that I wasn't like this. I
Yeah.
barely talk to people. I rarely get out of my comfort zone. And I'm telling you guys, my life over there, I mean, it was nice, it was everything, but you can't compare it. What you can get when you get out of
Yeah.
your comfort zone, and I'll tell that to all the international students.
Yeah.
And if somebody that is not international here listen to this podcast, I will encourage you to do the same thing. Because some people tell me like, oh my God, you do everything here, and you're like, not even. I mean, I'm not from here, so it's
Yeah.
like, how do you get so comfortable? It's like, because for me coming here, I had to do that. So I'm already used to do stuff that I don't feel comfortable with.
Right.
But at the end of the day, all the amazing things that happen to me is because I do those things.
Right. Wow.
So,
Well, I think that's an amazing
That's
message.
great. Yeah, for sure. So, what was your biggest challenge coming here? Was it adjusting the culture? Was it finding your way to St. Lawrence? What
No.
was your biggest challenge coming here?
No,
as
for
a
me, it wasn't the
national student?
culture. As a Latino, we are pretty used to North American culture. We have all the movies, series, and everything, so we're pretty much used to the customs right here. Although I speak with a lot of people that for them coming here is like a really change.
Mhm.
So that's why we do have an orientation for the students, so they try to learn this stuff. No, it wasn't the culture. It was just the change. It's like when you arrive to a place and as I told you, it's like you don't have nothing in terms of like connections or relationship with people, that can mess you up a little bit.
Right.
I met a lot of people that they're dealing with issues of homesickness with because they don't have connection here,
Mhm.
or they made the bad they made the wrong connections. Because I
Right.
always talk about people, but I need to emphasize that you need to understand that you need to surround yourself with good people,
Right.
positive people, that is gonna enrich yourself.
Now, was that sort of a luck of the draw for you, or did you really navigate your way through?
I like to think that I'm pretty good. I don't want to say judging people. I want to say, sensing.
Yeah.
The people who is positive,
right.
and I try to keep myself surrounded only by positive vibes.
Mhm.
And I would just say people, I'm addicted to happiness. So I just pretty much do everything that brings happiness to me, and that draws people. I like to say that I'm blessed, that I'm surrounding myself with really nice people, and that's important, because if you come here and you surround yourself with people that are drawing you to do stuff that are gonna destroy you.
Mhm.
I mean, doesn't matter if you're international or local. You need to get away from those people.
Yeah.
That's great. I love your mindset, man. Very positive and
Yeah.
just kind of challenge and growth driven. That's
Yeah.
a great mindset to have. And I haven't had the chance to travel or do schooling internationally, but I hope that somebody would adopt your mindset. If they were
Yeah.
to
I
be-
just wanted
be
to
the same
warn
position.
something before. I mean, there is not always, rainbows and flowers. You
No.
know,
Yeah, of course.
No.
I remember my last winter. I think that was the most difficult time for me because I was living in the rest, and all the students went back home
Right.
with their families, and I was just stuck in that small room during when the school closes,
Right.
and that's when you start. But the problem is, it's gonna be difficult times. But if you learn from them, you're gonna learn how not to avoid them, but how to make them more bearable.
Yeah.
And then again, all comes back to people. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I don't want to sound like a broken record,
No, not at all.
but to me, that's what it saved me.
Well, and I'm even sure, like in at that time that you had a bit of alone
Yeah.
here in the residence,
Yeah.
that probably taught you a lot.
Taught
At
me a
least,
lot,
and taught you a lot about yourself, about what you need,
Yeah.
and
And what do you? Then again, this is that experience is tailored for myself.
right,
Probably somebody that gets more energy by being alone or by
Yeah.
being with a selected group of people.
yeah,
That will be different. But I think at the end of the day, it just means. But I think even if you're an introvert, you need to know people.
Mhm.
But it means like learn from the situations that make you feel bad, sad, or whatever, and learn from them. And try not probably you won't be able to change them because sometimes they are out of our hands.
yeah,
But try to find stuff that make those things bearable.
right,
And know that it's gonna suck at first.
Mhm.
It is
Yep.
gonna suck at first. I'm sorry, can I say so, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. It is
We've
gonna.
said a lot worse on this podcast.
Okay. Believe me, I've been restraining myself.
This isn't live. We edit it.
Yeah.
Okay. You can believe me. Okay. So it is gonna suck, and and it's going to suck if you guys away at the beginning, but it's just gonna suck at first,
Yeah.
and it's gonna stop sucking when you want it to stop sucking.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's pretty much my thing. Like that pretty much that the thing that I tell everybody. And I remember every time that I have the opportunity to talk with international students, and I tell them, don't be shy. The shyness is your worst enemy right now. I realize and I watch and I observe that the ones that they follow my advice are the ones that have the most happy time here.
Mhm.
Are the ones that are not telling me, oh man, I want to go back. I just wish these 3 months that I'm here, I just passed like quickly, or I just need to be back home, whatever. Are the ones that I'm seeing on Facebook, on Instagram, like having a blast with their friends, having doing
Yeah.
stuff, going up all everywhere. I mean, because we're new here. We don't know everybody. But then again, this is a playground for us. I don't know. Probably the things that for anybody that is not native from here is like they're like like everyday things. For us are new. So this is to me. This is my like a unexplored territory. So everything for
Right.
me here is new. Every new restaurant that I found that is amazing. I like to share with people. That's why I got into photography when I saw the beauty of Canada and
Right.
I found my passion here. And because I'm new here, then again you start from scratch, so you can be anybody you want. You can those social restrictions of the that you have back home, they're non-existent here. I'm pretty sure that if I were back home and I like photography, people say what? I mean, because they don't associate me with that.
right.
But being new in a new place allows you to, I like to do that. Screw what everybody else think.
Yeah.
And then again, people knows you here by, Gil loves that. So, and that thing, I mean, for me was photography. For everybody can be I know a lot of people that start dancing. There's like dance crews, seeing stuff here. That type of things that type of things are the good things about being in a new country. It's like, for example, it's like I always wanted to do this back home, but I didn't because my friends were gonna laugh at me. And it's like, do it here because honestly, you should do it all in your house and screw what everybody thinks. But here you can do it because nobody, those social restrictions, those social I don't know how to say, like stereotypes or whatever, they don't exist. They don't exist here for you. You start from scratch. You can be anybody you want, and who do you want to be? You get to decide that now, right? During the first sweet couple of months that you're here. And I don't know. Yeah, it's one of the softness.
That's amazing, and I think that's inspiring for not only international students but people that still live within their hometown. Yeah, and I think I think the idea is to step outside your comfort zone, step outside your identity, and especially like when you're moving to another country, you gotta force yourself in a lot of.
And not only a new country, I can imagine that moving to a new town in a big place like Canada can feel the same thing. I mean, I met a lot of I have a lot of friends that are Canadians and they come from Alberta and other parts of Canada. I mean, Toronto and whatever. It's the same thing. I mean, you're in a new place. Yeah. You're in a new place. You don't know anybody here. I mean, it's the same for everybody. Yeah, totally. It wouldn't be the same here from say a Kingston, but even for a Kingstonian that's from here, they can always learn from that experience because that's why I think having the best moment of my life. It's not because I'm having the best moment of my life in the same position that probably somebody that is not having the best moment of my life is, but it's just a different mindset, Yeah.
It's 100% your mindset, how you make it every day.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's great. Before we wrap up, Gil, what are some of your favorite things about SLC? What's like a hidden gem that not a lot of other people know about that you have really come to cherish? It doesn't have to be here at the college, but maybe Kingston or your favorite thing about Canada.
Okay, I have 3 awesome passions in the world, like photography, food, and my going to the gym. Yeah. So
photography, food, and gym.
So photography, everywhere in Kingston. I mean, you can find a lot of cool things to take. I just love taking pictures of everything. I will say the waterfront is amazing. The small cool alleys that are in downtown where you can just like explore new photo shoot places and stuff like that. Yep. I like that. I like exploring Kingston, so I don't have like a specific place for photography. For food, I have a bunch of restaurants that I love. I'm a breakfast guy, so I'm a toast and jam type of guy. I love that thing. I mean, I think it's worth the hour that you have to wait to go there.
You ever gone to Pan Chancho?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm a pastry guy too. I mean, I'm a food guy, so it's like when it comes to I learned how to love Asian food since I came here. So lately I've been going to the Polonnamu, the Korean place.
Where's that?
It's in Kingston near Metro. Sorry, it's in downtown near Metro. Not downtown.
Okay.
Polonnamu is like a Korean restaurant. And let me see what else. I cannot think it's alone.
Anything here at the college?
In the college. Sorry, in the college. Of course, I like to spend.
It doesn't have to be a spot. Do you have a favorite like group of people or department or?
Oh well, you can say the international office is where my life is basically. Like all the people are there that are just willing to help all the students. I know every single one of them, and I know that if there's international students that are struggling with anything, they can go there. I mean. They are. I know each single, and I know that even sometimes we give students answers that they are not looking for. They do have all the best intentions to help us and to guide us related to anything. So I just want to make the shameless plug here for my peeps at the international office. We do also one of the hidden gems that you're saying is like the trips that we at the international office do every single day. Although we do not promote it for the local students because we think that usually are like trip to Ottawa, downtown Ottawa, and Montreal stuff like probably a local student wouldn't be that more that interested because. But we do it, and we actually do it for the students so they can start exploring Canada, lose the fear of knowing Canada. We do invite everybody. It's like I get a lot of questions like, can I go? For example, right now we're promoting the Winterlude, the Ottawa Winterlude, and there's a lot of, for example, local students that it's a cheap day trip to Ottawa, but they don't know if they can go to the international office because they think this only for international students. It's not. It's for everybody. We just
don't promote it because you don't want it to fill up with domestic students.
No, I mean, if it fills up, we just book another bus.
Well, that's awesome.
It's not that bad. We just don't promote it because I've learned in the past that, I mean, the people that are more eager to participate in this type of trips are international students, because they are the ones who never been to Ottawa in their lives, never been to Montreal in their lives. It's like a day trip. It's like we go, we give them free time. They can do whatever they want for the 6-8 hours they're there, and then we meet in the same place and we come back. And
they can explore, go have lunch,
they can say,
cool.
I cannot. I mean,
like we're going to Montreal. But
that's right.
Hey guys, if you guys want,
we're going on a road trip.
It's like a small day road trip for everybody to start knowing, exploring, losing the fear. For me, it was pretty important, these trips, because there was when you arrive from the, sorry, I know if I'm taking too much.
No.
Okay. But when you arrive from the airport and then you go straight to Kingston, you have that sense of, okay, I'm here where I'm supposed to be. I don't want to move. Okay, because if I move, something's gonna happen and nothing. I mean, you start to building you step out of your comfort zone, and then you start to building a comfort zone inside Kingston. Yeah. And this is us trying to say, like, no, go explore. Canada is beautiful. I mean, go to Niagara. Come to us to Niagara. Come to us to Ottawa. Explore the winter. Explore downtown. See how beautiful it is. For later on, you can make a trip. You can rent a car with your friends and come here and stay for like 2-3 days. This is just like a taste of, like a small candies that we give them. They're like, look, it's beautiful. Come,
there's
meet
more
them.
to it. Yeah, that's awesome.
But
that's great.
But sometimes the international students make local students, and they want to come with them. And they ask us, can I bring my friend even if he's not international?
Right.
They can. We will love that, because I told the new international students when they come here, this is where you're gonna meet friends. This is where you're gonna start meeting people. This is when you're gonna start having fun with them. This is just the first. This is us doing our part for you to start building something for yourself.
And that's what it's all about. And we're glad that you are kind of a warrior for that mindset, and you're pushing that. So, for any of our international students watching, if they had any concerns or questions, where could they find you? Do you have an Instagram handle or email or something?
We do have the international office. They can email any questions to international@sl.on.ca.
Okay. International@sl.on.ca.
Yeah. Awesome. That way, our friends in the international office, even if it's any inquiry, they will even if they cannot answer it, they will definitely guide you to the person that can answer that question. And I know that we have the international students, and we do have a specific task that we do there. We know that because we are the international students, the international office, we are the first place where international students go when they have any question. Doesn't matter what it is, and we are very happy to guide you whenever where that question or that inquiry might be solved, even if we cannot solve it by ourselves. I just want to say to the people to the international students that are listening to us, that people there, I know them, all of them. Personally, I like to think that everybody in that office is a dear friend of mine, and they all have the best intention to help every single one of you, even if sometimes because of the high volume of demand that we have, we struggle a little bit to take all of them, but every single one of them, every single case, I cannot think of a group of people that care so much for them as the people that I work with.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Awesome. That's great to hear.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gil.
Of course.
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to be here. I'm a talker, so it's like when you guys want me to talk, I just come here and talk.
Awesome. Great.
I'm always enlightened by your conversations, Gil.
Okay, man.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on. In the next part here, we have Caitlin coming on to discuss her experiences as an international student at Disney. But Gil, again, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, guys.
We'll have you on again next time soon.
Sure. Just
cheers.
Say the word and be here.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Well, that was really insightful.
That was cool. I mean, Gil really shed kind of a unique perspective on what it means to come to Canada and to kind of create something for yourself. And he really stressed the message of get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Do something that scares you and just be somebody who you weren't in your home.
Well, it's crazy to think that, when he was living in El Salvador and he came here and he does all these crazy initiatives, and he's so involved in the school and he's so involved in the community that he was talking about how any of his friends back home would not think that that's the same Gil.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like he not only he went outside his comfort zone in every way possible that you could. And that's sort of sometimes what you need, right? To kind of get a bit of a change in lifestyle and a bit of a change in what you want to get out of life.
Yeah. And hopefully, you know, he had a good message. If any one of us were to go overseas to a new country with different cultures, completely different language, different socio-economical structures, different family structures, I would hope that I could have as much courage and be brave as Gil has been, and get out of your comfort zone and learn the language and try the foods and meet with different people and get involved. He's on the board of directors. I mean, the guy's done a great job for himself, and I really think his message.
And he's been here over a year. Like it's been a year and a half. Like it's amazing. And he talked about how like sometimes it can go the polar opposite way, right? You know, you can and you can see it. You go to a different country, everything kind of becomes, it's all new, it's all scary and.
Just you can't let it be scary though. You have to
exactly.
kind of have to conquer that and say, I can either let this control me and dictate my life, or I can, you know, grab the bull by the horns and get out there and face it. And I think he had a really good message, and it was great to have him on. We love having him on. He's a talker, and that's good. And I know that next week we got a student who went from Canada to an international
yes
placement.
So
cool to cover that.
We'll have a different experience next week as sort of a different approach of what we offer here at St. Lawrence. Once again, you can call us at our extension 1677 if you have any ideas, if you want to come on. We're happy to have you on. So we're the voice of the students, so make sure that you call in and we can have your experience come on. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.